So I'm going to call these lower level, okay? We're talking lower level, very, very low. Even getting down, so these are suitable for C-section, which I would, or some episiotomy, anybody, the very beginning, the first days, as soon as you can bring yourself to, you're going to have time for relaxation. So see this perhaps as your relaxation time. So even coming up, if you've got a C-section, obviously you go to bed, obviously you can lie down. So just support yourself as you go down, okay? I've already put my cushion under my bottom. This is the biggest one I could find. It could even be higher, okay? The higher, it might be that you have to get someone to help you to put that pillow underneath, okay? I've also got, it could be a little Pilates ball, or it could be some more cushions. That's for another motion. So we're going to start from here. This one, believe it or not, is the best for piles and pelvic floor dysfunction and anything going on here. It's really good for recovery. Your uterus and your bladder are the lowest organs. So by having the elevation, if you did nothing at all apart from breathing, that is perfect. So when I say lower level, it really does mean this is the beginning of your moves. So you don't want any cushions under the head, okay? And you're just like here. And I want you to, these are your pelvic bones, okay? Here's your pubic bone. I want you to place one hand, the edge of your hand, just on your pubic bone, okay? The other hand could perhaps be on the ribs, so you'll know if you're a rib breather, because we want it to come from the belly. So this is the first exercise, and you can do this when you're dog tired, baby tired. So as you breathe in through your nose, all through the nose, breathe in, the tummy relaxes and comes out and down, because your lungs fill up and your diaphragm goes down. As you breathe out through the nose, the tummy retreats and goes up and in. This is really helped by it being elevated, and I can't stress this enough. Okay, so we're going to breathe in, do this together, breathing in. Tummy relaxes, you'll see there's a bit of arching in the back, and as you exhale, through the nose, tummy comes up and in. Now it's going to be very likely you're going to have to help. I just have to help my tummy coming up and in. You're going to have a little pooch, aren't you? You're going to be able to help it up. But you're only talking a fraction, just a couple of millimeters each time. So you're going to breathe into this hand. Just say relax yourself. Exhale. And help that up. So then eventually these will all your organs, your kidneys rise 2-3 centimeters with every breath. All your organs rise up with the exhale, because your diaphragm's going up as the air is expelled, and then as the lungs fill up, diaphragm goes down and pushes the organ. Now the problem is when you keep breathing like this. Okay, I'm going to talk to you while you're breathing. Do you remember? Breathe in, belly out. Breathe out, belly in. So the problem with being upright all day is everything starts going down and further down. So this is the number one thing from day one. I had my babies in Belgium, and they keep you in hospital for 5 days. The physio comes round on her first round on the first day. So when you had your baby in the morning, the physio's there by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're doing your exercises. So exhale, tummy up, retreats in, inhale. And you can do this when you go to sleep at night. You could even do this one when you're sitting at a table. You can do this when you're maybe on the toilet. Help that, don't let everything go down, okay? It's going to be much harder to bring it back up, but just you're creating a diaphragm, a pelvic, something for the organs to land on, and then you're exhaling it, drawing it up, okay? And this is totally, so your C-section scar is going to be down there, so just don't do it with that, just put the hands just here, okay? So it's got to be comfortable. So there is no doctor or nurse that's going to say that you can't do breathing exercises in C-section. So this is the first one, so breathing in. And you'll notice your back is arcing, okay? So as you breathe in, there's arcing. If this is uncomfortable, go down to a lower level, yeah? So you'll notice that as you breathe in, you'll get a gap. As you exhale, it flattens. This is great because there you have a very basic exercise for your spine whilst you're breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Okay. So you can add to this when you feel ready. You put a cushion or Pilates ball between your feet. And so you breathe in, belly relaxes. Exhale, a little squeeze, a little squeeze. Just makes it a little bit more intense. Breathing in. Belly relaxes. Exhale, lower back, and tiny squeeze. So you can go as deep in and imagine as something. It used to be, yes, you're just going right up inside if you can manage that. Breathing in. So we know that nerves grow with exercise, which some of you are going to have to, with C-sections or episiotomy, you're going to have to, nerves are going to have to reroute themselves, and exercise, oxygen, which is what exercise creates, is the perfect antidote for that. So then squeeze, breathe in, it's nice and relaxed. They could fall, you know, a little ball there, exhale, squeeze. So just do it appropriate. And I say, and I really mean appropriate to what you've had done, what sort of labour you've had and gone through. Okay? Wonderful. So that's good. Okay. So we're going to take these cushions away. So the next one you can do here as well, and do it in bed, is I want you to visualise your floor, your pelvic floor. You have a diaphragm up here and you have a floor as like a clock face. So I want you to just pay attention to one. I'm going to go around the clock face and try to do a little squeeze or a little twerk and then relax. So we're going to breathe in, everything, belly relaxes. Exhale, number 2. Just take your awareness. If you can do something, move it, whatever, it doesn't matter. And breathe out. Okay. Breathe in, do nothing, let your belly relax. Exhale, move to number 3. So you're near your pelvis, your right pelvis. And relax. Breathe in, belly relaxes. Exhale, number 4. Just bringing awareness. Is there a bit of tightness, a feeling? You might just have to visualize it. And then relax again. Breathe in, do nothing, just belly expands. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze, lift number 5. Got multi-directional muscles. And relax. If you want to do this with the cushions or Pilates ball between your knees, you can do that. Breathe in, belly relaxes. Exhale, number 6. So we're talking the gas hole here, the poo-poo hole. So a little, you can put a little connection. Because some people have episiotomy from one hole to the other, from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So just hold for as long as it feels good. You're increasing circulation. Relax. Exhale. 7 o'clock. Make sure we go. When you do this, everything's relaxed as well. Breathe in, relax. Exhale. 8 o'clock. Breathe in, relax. 9 o'clock, so we're towards the left hip right now, 9 o'clock. Making sure nothing else in your face. I'm holding there for a moment. So I'm talking and relax. Okay, let's go to 10 o'clock. I'm sure you're doing very well. Even if you think you can't feel anything, just taking your awareness, thinking about 10 o'clock. And then relax. And then exhale, 11 o'clock, nearly there. Breathing. You can do an inhale and exhale, or you can do it as quick or as slow as you want, and then relax. And the last one, big breath in, exhale, 12 o'clock. So we're going the circle peritoneum. I mean, it's all connected. There's nothing that's in there by mistake. And then relax. Okay, so lovely. So there you have some absolute basic moves. With the C-section or the beginning, you don't want to create any big pulls, okay? And even as soon as you have a baby, you don't want these great big enormous stretches. You might feel like that, but you've got to keep your ribs down. If you keep your ribs down, you won't pull on the scar or won't pull anything. So I want you to hold on to your elbows. You take a deep breath in, exhale. Take your arms over you, but keep your ribs down. Keep your ribs down.
A little stretch under the arms, but keep the ribs down, keep everything down. Nothing is moving, you're not pulling. And relax. And then let's do some circles. Keep those ribs down. So we'll get between the shoulder blades. So anything goes, just see how that feels. Get in the trabit, the ribs pointing downwards. I'll keep going on about that, that's so important. If that feels okay, then maybe you want, because a lot of people get a lot of shoulder issues. So of course you're allowed to do C-section, because as long as you keep those ribs down, then you can just move around and say, oh, that's so nice, Philip. And see, if you're not sure, just keep your hand on here, so no pulling. And breathing in, so you're not pulling on any of the scar tissue, but you are, because that's the problem, is we have an area that's been affected in surgery and we think that nothing else should move, but we don't want anything to irritate it. And big stretches will irritate it. And let's do the other side. Breathing in, breathing out. Anything goes. And then down. Good. Now, if it feels okay, you put your hands on the pelvic bone, then you might lift your toes off. Okay? You might slide, if you have a piece of paper, and slide that leg out. Take a deep breath in, exhale, bring the knee back. Okay, so you take a deep breath in, belly relaxes, don't move on the inhale. Exhale, it works better with a piece of paper underneath it. And then relax down. Take a deep breath in, and come back. So let's just leave it there for right now. If everything feels fine, then repeat again tomorrow. If you felt that was too easy, then move to the next level, which is the ground level. So this is the lower level exercises that everybody can do and should do. There's one more I want to show you. It's probably not suitable straight away after a C-section, but everybody, you can move your baby onto your front. So obviously you're not going to come up like this for a very long time. That's a no-no. You're going to roll to your side, pretend you're still pregnant. Okay? If you've got big boobs, put them underneath. Let's move that on. You put them under. And some tummy time. Okay? And just like that. This way, you're not actually on your scar. You can stretch your calf muscles one at a time. So so the more you build this up, the less you're ready. But you've got to see if you're ready for that. This is absolute must if it's comfortable to do this every day. Put baby on. If baby's awake, put baby on their front from day one. You just have to be with baby. Because the reason we ask babies to be on their back is because of cot death, but that's because the baby can't turn his head yet. So if you're with baby, you can pat them on the bottom, and if you were to rest like this rather than sitting on the sofa, you'd be so much better off. And then from here, you can just see what feels good, And you can circle your ankles, and then a little lift up. You don't want to be doing this, even if you haven't had a C-section. You're not going to be doing that for a long time, okay? You can work the shoulders, little tiny stretches, and of course, you don't want to be doing this when you've got your full breast, but you say, if you haven't had a C-section, you've got big breasts, put the cushion under the bottom. But this is so wonderful for the back, so wonderful for the uterus, the bladder, and I would much prefer to see people doing this than sitting on the sofa and resting, because you are going to be tired, but you can recover in this position. So this is all for lower level. In and out. Okay, you're going to breathe in, relax, get a bit archy back, exhale, lift up. Okay, if it feels fine, you can do a little wiggle. Take a deep breath in, do nothing, exhale, coming down really, really slowly. Let's say that would be too big a movement for C-section. That would be too big. You'd have to have the cushion underneath, and have to be very content with doing minimal moves. I know that those minimal moves are going to be plenty. Let's do that one more time. Breathe breath in, relax, get an archy back. Exhale, lift up. And breathe in. do nothing, exhale, come back. Do a slight modification. So some of you are still on the cushions, but others are, when you come, you breathe a deep breath in, exhale, come up, and then you can move the arms. We've got to keep those ribs. You do not want to be doing this, because it doesn't do anything. You've got to keep those ribs down, and you can still move your arms around. And when you come down, a bit more on the toes, lowering down, and come back. And then you can just hold on to your knees and relax. Work on your ankles. So, okay. So that, for what happens is your uterus is still pretty big, early on anyway, and you could get backache, just like when you perhaps had a period and it was quite heavy, you'd get backache because your uterus has ligaments attached to your lower back, so it will give you backache. The more flopsy this area is, and the more you stand up and sitting all the time and you're busy, then the more pressure is down, the more likely you are to get things related to it. So just holding on to your knees and moving from side to side. This will probably, at some stage later on a C-section, this will be absolutely fine. But you say you've just got to listen to yourself, and we do slight little rocking, and it's just enough. And then for some of you, not C-section. If you're going to do C-section, you're going to have to do circular moves, okay? But if everything's fine, you can do your little circles and round. Okay, so let's put those legs. So just get used to that, because once you find these moves, you'll want to include them. You're going to want to, baby's maybe still here, maybe he's asleep, maybe not. Once you find these moves and you find that they're therapeutic and they really hit the spot, you'll incorporate them. So it's better to do a few rather than too much. Now put the legs down carefully. Good. So I'm going to move this chair. You can cut this bit.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I'm going to put this on back underneath.
We're up at 13 minutes.
How much? That was 13. Okay. So I'll just do this one then. Okay, so now we're going to take a deep breath in. Oh no, we're going to have our legs like this. This is for those who feel ready, okay? So it's likely that this is, so you can still use this as your ground level. So you have your knees like this, you take a deep breath in, exhale, point your toe down, breathe in, exhale, come back up. Breathe in, muscles relax, exhale, touch the floor. Breathe in, exhale, come up. Now for some of you, you better put your heel. So you're going to take a deep breath in, heel, but if there's any straining, and certainly this is not a C-section one, breathing in, do nothing, exhale, bring that leg. So you get the idea that you're moving on the exhalation, breathing in, your tummy's relaxed, your back's off the floor. Why would you move on an inhale? You wouldn't. And exhale, I'm going to do a heel. These are very strong moves. Breathing in, exhale, come back. One more time, breathing in, exhale, poke the tiptoes or heel, breathe in, exhale, see that you're generating the move from there. Breathing in. Now, if there's any bulging in the tummy, this is why it's a very good idea to have your hands up. If there's any bulging in the tummy, then you don't want to do this. You're not ready. Okay? Just do this. Just have your knees up, and that'll be fine. Or you can put your legs up on the chair and just extend. Okay, and come back. Great. Now, there's one more in this series I want to do. Is again not for C-section, but when you feel you're starting to recover, you're going to place your hands on your hip bones. You're going to be a little bit off the floor. Can you see I've got a fist under the floor? Going to take a deep breath in, exhale, you're going to extend the leg out. Breathe in, exhale. Now if there's a lot of wobbling, you're going to go down lower, or you're going to practice with the cushion on the bottom on the leg. So in a little way, breathe in, Relax, exhale, extend. So if there's wobble, wobble, just go and take yourself back. Breathe in and exhale back. Place your hands on your fingers so you can get your fingers on your little fingers on your hip bones, and I want you to make sure that you're not bulging. So breathe in, relax, exhale, extend. So it's a good test of the pelvis, plus it's a good strength. Breathe in, exhale. Do one more. Breathe in, exhale, and come back. Again, if this feels fine tomorrow, then you can add that to when you're playing around on the floor. And back. And if you've got time to relax, if baby's gone to sleep, dishwasher needing emptying, oven, not important. Get yourself piled up and just go for a relaxation in this elevated position. And when you come out, we're going to roll to the side and you're going to help yourself back